Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Soccer, joined by head coach Greg Henson. And Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Kind of like the volleyball team, your team in the Upper Peninsula this past weekend for a tough, challenging contest at Northern Michigan, and then another tough one on Sunday against Michigan Tech.
Yeah, it's always tough for us to travel up there, and I know equally for them, they're always traveling when they come down, but it makes for a long trip. So we left Thursday morning, and it's 4 days up in the UP. It always and then two good opponents as well. So always a tough trip for us to head up there, and we came away with a split. So not quite what we were looking for, but got ourselves our first conference win, and hopefully get ourselves right the ship as we head into a 4-game homestand here.
Obviously, playing on the road, here in soccer in the GLIAC, not only have to deal with the travel, but opposing crowds and different types of playing surfaces as well.
Yeah, and obviously we were really happy to go up to the UP in September versus about a month from now, or when we play them again. If it was reversed, having to go up there in late October. So weather was pretty nice. All week the forecast showcased something different, but by the time we got up there, the weather really kind of worked out for us. So that definitely wasn't the issue. But playing anybody in this conference on the road is always tough. Every game's a challenge. Every opponent's good in the league, and you're going to get a tough match, and then being on the road and away from home, makes things a little bit even more so. And Tech on Sunday back on turf. It's been the first time we played on turf in a while. We've been playing at home, and some of our other opponents on grass. So but that doesn't really factor too much into the results. But all in all, decent weekend for us.
To go to the highlights, we'll start with Friday's contest in Northern Michigan, and going on the road to play a team that's had some success here in recent years.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been coming along, this year they're off to a great start. I think they're, after the weekend, 6-0-1, 7-0-1, something like that. They're scoring a ton of goals. They feel really good about themselves, and they're riding that momentum. And they got off to a great start against us. A little less than 2 minutes in, and caught us switched off a little bit, and able to capitalize and score early on us. And we knew it was going to be a tough game for us to keep them off the board. And they got a lot of weapons going forward. They try to play a really run and gun style, and just kind of try to keep you under pressure. Our team has all season long, even during our struggles, has been very resilient. And right here, Katie Nesico with a nice strike and beats the goalkeeper from about 35 out. And we leveled the game 1-1, and I thought the rest of the first half we really battled and played well, and had some more chances, and really kind of kept them frustrated, I would say. Unfortunately for us, as we get to the second half here in a little bit, we again kind of switched off at times that we didn't need to, and a poor second goal that we can't concede, and kind of that hurt us a little bit as we move forward in the game, and allowed Northern Michigan, really to take the game. And they were the better team on the day for the whole, and deserved the result that they got. But I think our team definitely looks forward to playing them again in October.
How much does a contest like this, especially with some younger players on the back end, really help in terms of their learning experience and their growth?
Yeah, I mean, what we learned is that we can't switch off. We can't, we can't come into matches, not playing at 100% into the standard that we hold ourselves to of competing for every play, every game, and those type of situations happen. And right there's an example where we're not really ready to play, and we get beat to the ball. And that was kind of the story on Friday. We got beat to a lot of loose balls, a lot of free balls, a lot of headers, and they just outcompeted us and deserved the win on Friday. And the lesson for our team to learn was that can't happen. Sunday's a totally different story. Another good opponent that we're playing, but I think it's the flip side, right? We're winning all those 50-50 battles, all those one-on-one battles throughout the game. And if you put enough of those together, you're going to be successful. So,
obviously, after that Friday contest against Northern Michigan, as you got ready for Sunday's matchup, maybe talk about how challenging that time is in between the two, just trying to get ready to play again.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, and I think we do our best to manage it well. Managing between, the Friday contest, Saturday's day off, and Sunday's game. And this week, we had kind of get our mentality back right. So we did a little bit more, probably had a little bit stronger, more strenuous workout on Saturday than we normally would between two matches. But we needed to make sure our mentality was right going into this game, and we were willing to put a little extra toll on the legs on Saturday than, like I said, we normally do in the course of a season. Got on the board first. Great individual effort from Izzy Zamborini. kind of talking to her after the game. She said, I just hadn't seen the ball in a while, so I was just going to get it and keep it. And she dribbles about 40-yard dribble there, beats a couple players, finds Nikki May, who we moved up in this match up front to try to spark us offensively. And obviously it worked and makes me look like a genius. But really hats off to those two for doing their job and what they're asked to do to get us on the board. We actually scored one about 5 minutes before that. That was disallowed. I'm not sure I understand the explanation, but it was we got on the end of a set piece, and so happy with the result, happy with the effort from Sunday, and I think really allowed us to, regardless of the opponent, reestablish within our locker room, the standard, the expectations that we have when we step on the field, win or lose, how we're going to go out and play and compete, and that's important, as you said earlier, for this young group to kind of take those lessons. And hopefully as we get into wrapping up the first half of the conference schedule right now and into the second round of games with the conference opponents, it's going to serve us well.
Back at home this week, and I know nice to be home here on homecoming weekend as you take on Purdue Northwest and Parkside this coming weekend. Yeah,
we got a couple events planned. So Friday we're trying to get as many of the alumni as we can out there. So any of our alums that are watching, you should be getting some information if you haven't already. Come out on Friday. We're going to have a happy hour afterwards for the alums over at Buffalo Wild Wings for them. And then Sunday's game, we're going to do senior day beforehand, and we kind of do our annual parents weekend celebration after with a nice potluck with all the families getting together. We try to do it a little earlier with the weather. We hope get a good weather on a Sunday in September versus waiting and doing it at the end of the season. So two big events to go along with the games, and we got two tough opponents. Both teams are very much improved. Purdue Northwest on Friday and Parkside on Sunday. The conference is just getting tougher and tougher. So, Parkside knocked off Michigan Tech 3-1 in their game a couple weeks ago. So we expect two tough contests. We expect to be ready to play as well, and hopefully, continue on with where we left off Sunday.
Obviously, after a long road trip like that, kind of nice to be back at home. I think 4 straight coming up here at home, and a chance to play in front of some of the home fans.
Yeah, so it's nice to be back. We've been traveling a bit this fall. I know we've had a couple back-to-back weeks at home prior to this trip, but the long trip down to St. Louis, now the long trip up to the UP. So it's going to be nice to kind of settle in a little bit over the next 2 weeks and just kind of refresh and recharge and not have to worry about where we're going next, where we got to be moving hotels on the road trip and all that kind of stuff. So it'll definitely be a welcome change for us to be here, stay home, stay in Big Rapids, and get back into routine.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win on Sunday, and best of luck as you play here at home this Friday and Sunday.
Thanks a lot.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, homecoming weekend this weekend in Big Rapids. For all the latest information, you can log on to ferrisstatebulldogs.com.